What up, y'all? It's your boy Tay, back again with another episode. And your boy, you already know, got something to say. And man, I'm just driving to my destination, man, and I'm just thinking about how things go, you know, like friendships, man. It is crazy how complicated and unaware we are about friendships and how things really can go, left or right. Life is full of surprises, man. One big surprise that I got is that the job that I was supposed to be going into, the wind energy field, that I really enjoyed the classes and courses. I was supposed to be already gone, and by this time I would have been already in my first week, 2 weeks of training. On the field, and just doing my daily routines now, getting used to that. But instead, the company that I was signed on to could not close down the customers on some deals, so they had to push it back. First it was pushed back a few weeks actually, and then it ended up turning into getting pushed back into next year. So I have another 2 months before I can go with this company. So of course, like any reasonable person would, they would resort to another client, possible employer. And that has been what I've been doing. I just got a random phone call this a couple days ago and put me into shock. But I am always looking at the positive side. Things could be worse. So I have plans, like we all that are looking to have more, get more out of life. I have plans. I have things that I want to do, things that I have within reach. So I am using my other solutions, my other options, to find another job in the same career, on the same career track. I have two buddies that actually went in a week before I did. We're at the same company. Two buddies that went to the same class, graduated the same time as me, and they went into that training a week before, so they barely made it in, and we barely, just a week away from it, did not make it in. Of course, it's frustrating. Of course, it made me angry because I put in my 2 weeks at my current job, so I can fully give myself to this job, and now I ended up being jobless for 2 weeks without having any actual income going in. Luckily, I was into training, and I grabbed me a couple people that help me out, that allow me to train them. That's been wanting me to train them actually. So I do have some kind of income coming in, but now I have to resort back and see if I can get back into somewhere, get back working at my previous job, and on top of that, make sure I can pay my bills. But I'm still very hopeful, very wishing on getting into the field. Just ended up with bad timing, I would say. So the company still wants to hire us, but they can't hire us until the beginning of the year, which is not what I am looking forward to. I'm trying to get in there as fast as possible, and I was told from another supervisor in the same field that this is the best time to get into the business. That way you get to kind of see what's going on. You won't get as many hours, like overtime hours speaking, but you'll get your 40 hours, and to kind of get used to what's going on. So hopefully I can find another business that will allow me to do that, and I will, succeed. I have no doubt that I will find another company that is looking forward to hiring someone like me. But meanwhile, I still have my small goals to reach. So while that is cooking up in the pot, I will find me. Hopefully, I can get back to my old job and then persevere through and still be able to grant these wishes of mine, and for not just me, but for my family as well. Holidays are coming around, so of course, a lot of people are going to be, it's time to buy a lot of stuff. Thanksgiving's around the corner, Black Friday's around the corner. Then you got your, I got birthdays around the corner. I got Christmas around the corner, your New Year's, things that people want to do. We want to celebrate, but it costs money. So just working on getting those things together. So that's really a short version of everything that's going on right now. But I'm not going to allow a little bump in my road to stop me from going and doing the things that I want to do. So I hope you guys understand what's going on. I hope you understand the message most of all. Things can look very bright. Your future can look very bright. Things can look very promising. And then something that you may have or may not have experienced come into play. You being hired onto a job doesn't guarantee you that you're going to be with that job for very long, because the job that you're getting hired onto is a business. Things happen with businesses, and this is my first time experiencing it, and people believe that I'm handling very well. That's because I don't put all my marbles in one jar. You cannot allow everything to go as planned. And so that's really what I mean when I say that, is that when I'm saying I'm not putting all my marbles in one jar, I'm saying that yes, I did put 100%. That's why I quit my job. I put 100%. I was training and I was serving. I gave those both up to go and do one particular job. And when I mean as when I'm going into saying that I'm not going to put all my marbles in the jar, as means I'm not going to allow myself to break down and concede defeat. Okay, I accept failure, but in this predicament, it's not my failure. This is just a change of events. So we always got to understand that we, as the control of our life, only can decide what happens next if you mentally allow yourself to break down, and you only can believe that this is your fault in some way or shape or manner, and only when you decide that it's over for you. Okay? Always look at the other side of things. Look at multiple sides of things. You can say this is failure. You can say this is defeat. Or you can say this was an inconvenience and there's other options. And this is also a good reason why you always should stay in good hands, or stay in a good side with your previous employer, because you never know what happens. If you're making good money at that previous job, or at least money that will allow you to continue your lifestyle that you want, You want to be able to stay in good hands with those people, because maybe they can't help you, but they may know somebody that can, or they can hire you back right away, get you back into the rotation quickly. You know, I've only been gone for a couple of weeks, so it's very possible that they could help me out, but at the same time, not every business is work the same way, so it may take a process for me to get back in. Nevertheless, you want to keep looking for things. You want to keep your opportunities open, keep your mind open, keep it free, keep yourself busy so that you can flourish the way you want to flourish. You will be able to do the things that you want to do. So stay on top of that, guys. Make sure that when things happen like this in your life, you know, a lot of people, you have a lot of things to believe in, okay? You know, people, whether it's religion, whether it's family, friends, relationships that you build, because the relationships that you build are they're priceless. They're very valuable, I would say, but some would say that they're priceless. So I can understand either way. If you think they're just priceless, then I would totally understand that. If you think that it's very valuable, like I do, I would totally believe that, of course. Because when you're in a relationship, you want to do things, and sometimes you need a little help. And building those relationships, it may be good timing where somebody can offer you a good job, or help you out, give you a loan, whatever it is, to help you in whatever you need. Okay, guys? All right, guys. That's all I have for you right now. My car ride's over as well. Time for me to hit the gym, break out a sweat, get some of this stress off my shoulders, and then keep it pushing. I hope you guys are doing the same. Stay up. Tay Day is out.